This comments is our main topic today. And if you want to read the raw material, you can just read it here. You can just pause and read it. But I would much rather reading a version that's more coherent. So this is the ChatGPT summarized version, and it also has an English translation here. So if you haven't watched the 5G video, I recommend you to watch it so that you can get some context, because otherwise this video can be rather confusing. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. What do you mean by the government should not decide by the market? Did you mean the government misunderstands the importance of 5G and similar technologies? Do you really know how government works? I wonder how much ego one must have to claim they fully understand it. Depending on what do you mean by fully understand, right? Like, to argue that using taxpayers' money to fund 5G is a bad idea doesn't require that much understanding of the inner workings of the government. Just like I can't believe being flattered or whatever, it's my freedom to do those things. And you can disagree with me, right? As we've been shown here, I mean, you have your right to disagree with me, but I also think I have my rights to share my position as well. And also, I never claimed that I fully understand it, right? I just claim that 5G is a really bad idea and government should not fund it. And I'm not specifically talking about China when I'm talking about government should not decide by the market. I'm saying the same thing about the United States. Donald Trump did that. I think it's like $1 billion or $1 trillion. It's a lot of money going to the dumpster fire. And people supporting that is beyond me, but but I'm not trying to argue one way or another because again, this video is titled "The 5G Situation in China is Bizarre." Which means it's not an econ video. It's not a video about politics or philosophy or anything else. It's simply me pointing at the Billy and saying, look, those Chinese are rather bizarre. And I think it's kind of a logical continuation of this video, right? Like, when I said they're like 5G apologists in the wild defending the correctness of 5G, I'm not pulling things out of my ass because apparently there are 5 Chinese 5G apologists on YouTube. You didn't even prove your own theory. Why do I need to prove anything? I'm just saying the 5G situation is bizarre. People religiously defending 5G is a bizarre thing. And if you don't find it bizarre, fine. But I think a lot of people in the comment section also find it rather bizarre because it is a bizarre thing to be so offended when people are criticizing 5G or not funding 5G. I still don't understand why would anyone take it personally. It's not even like the console war, right? It's not like Xbox versus PlayStation or whatever. It's 5G. Everybody got 5G. I still don't understand why anyone would take this personally. It's just beyond me. Taxpayer, really? It's probably a bad idea for me to get into like political rants because again, this is not a political channel. I am not trying to be like a super intellectual girl, just like destroying Marxists on the internet all day every day. It's not that stupid to do that. But the entire issue that I have with government intervening the markets is that they're monopolies, and you're supporting monopolies, which is bad. It's bad for the economy, it's bad for everyone. Then no one with their correct mind is going to say, yes, yes, monopoly, good, we need more monopoly. You know what we want? We want more anti-competitive behavior because that's what we do. No one's saying that, right? It would be actually nuts to believe in that. And then assume everyone thinks like you. I'm not going to assume that because clearly this person doesn't think like me. But I would say a sizable amount of people, whether on the left or the right, probably don't want monopoly. Probably don't want the government to fund billion-dollar corporations for no good reason, right? Have you ever considered how many people actually understand what tax is? Right? So, so what enlightenment? What an enlightenmentist? The only thing what the only thing anyone must know is that you have to pay for it. Yes, I'm not saying that people are not going to pay for 5G, right? I'm saying like if 5G towers are gonna be a thing, people are gonna pay it. But I would say most people, I would say 99% of the population would much rather not paying for 5G. And that's precisely the problem with government funding it, which is if it's a market approach, or if you're like a, I don't know, like a Democrat, let's say if it's a true democracy, right? And people go outside and get a vote, it's not gonna be implemented. It's just not because it's not popular. It's a stupid thing. It's violating consent. It's not democratic. So it's also bad, right? It's just a bad technology. If the technology is being, competing in the wild, you will get good technologies actually getting more funding instead of shit technologies get shit tons of funding for no good reason. And the so-called Chinese commentary, right? Commentary only comments under your video, right? What an egocentrist! I'm not making the for all argument, right? If you watch the video, at the very beginning of the video, I said a lot of people agreed with me. I think I always have the comments where you agree with me. Because it is a weird thing that so many people agree with 5G. It is a weird thing that the government all around the world is funding a project that no one ever asked for, that even to these days have very little use. I'm not making the forward all argument, right? I'm just saying the fact that you can spot a sizable amount of 5G apologists just in the wild is interesting. It's so weird that there are so many people would like to put their identity on 5G. Like, it's not like the identity politics. It's not even that. Your identity is not fucking your sexuality. It's not like what you do. It's not like your hobby. It's 5G. That's beyond me. That's just beyond me. That's weird. That is objectively weird. You cannot tell me it's normal to base your identity on 5G. Even if it's just like 10 people do that, it's still a weird thing. And I'm telling you, based on what I saw, based on the fact that there are people so passionately defending 5G, I would argue a sizable amount of Chinese population just blind 5G. It's like Chinese identity politics, but it's 5G. Another really weird thing is this person is using toads as their profile picture. Jesus Christ, good lord. What egocentrism? Egocentrism. You get on this, even after ChatGPT trying to fix the grammar, ChatGPT is not perfect. The original comments, I think the original comment says, what by egocentrism? What by egocentrism? I'm like, that person is saying like, I am the full embodiment of an ideology. I am the leading and bleeding ideology of egocentrism. I would take that as I don't know. I would take that as a compliment because being called an embodiment of an ideology, like an abstract thing, is I think by itself a compliment. It's a fact of waste. What? What does it even mean? Well, oh, it's a fact of waste. But have you really browsed the internet? Yes. And there's even a completely different focus in the same video on another distribution platform. The internet exists. What are you doing? What am I doing? I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. Teacher, I'm recording this video. I'm trying to comprehend this person. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. It's beyond me. It's just beyond me. I'm happy you're making videos again. But hey, if the same content is the same content, there's no need to start a new channel. Don't fool yourself into thinking you'll move on. This is an old channel. I just started reposting on an old channel. This is not a new fucking channel. I had this channel since like what? It's like an old channel. What are you even talking about? I just say, Korean serious be like, I still, I mean, I deal with a straw man someone, right? But I am just genuinely curious what a person is trying to say. Like, especially this part, I think I understand what this part means, right? I think that person is complaining about, I don't actually know how government works and how it's perfectly fine for a government to steal from your regular citizens to fund a project like that. I mean, sure, if you believe in that, sure. But it's still bizarre that they're Chinese taking 5G personally. They're like Chinese 5G identity politics. And also you can say, okay, I guess I also get this part right. Like it's not like it's only a very selected sample. But like just because it's a selected sample doesn't make it not weird, right? It's like this video is literally one of those like user video. That situation is crazy. So like the I can make this I can make that claim. Right? I'm not claiming that, if you go outside of China, if you just go to China, right, there will be like 5G codes just outside. And if you don't sing the praise for 5G, you will just go and be killed, for fucking prosecuted, prosecution, right? No one's saying that. I'm not making that argument. I'm just saying that it's kind of weird that there are people out there who identifies as 5G supporters. I'm just saying it's a weird thing to do. Maybe find it to be a perfectly fine hobby. I mean, I'm not no judgments, right? I'm just saying, furries exist, and I think furries are fine. But again, they're weird. It's okay to be furry, but furries are weird, and I think it's the same thing with 5G lovers, right? I mean, it's fine that you are 5G. Good for you. Good for you. But it's weird. It's a weird thing to like, don't you think? But that person clearly doesn't share the same understanding. But what? I didn't even intend to mention the state. You literally just complain about it, cannot complain about taxpayers' money and then the structure of government itself. Whatever. I just want to say you cannot take some random video and draw your conclusion from it. I'm not drawing any conclusion. I just saw something goofy, and I think it's goofy, and I say, look at this. This is goofy, and you're goofy as well. You're goofy as well. I'm not trying to make a claim that fucking write a paper publishing actually the fucking write a fucking critical analysis over 5G and water internet accounts. No one's doing that. I'm just saying that it's weird that there are people out there being that passionate. That's it. I know I'm incoherent. Thank you very much. You get eating. In your interview video at this timestamp, you say that using taxpayers' money to build 5G is overly intrusive, and such decision should be made by the market, not the government, to prevent waste. Yes, I want to say that publicly stating this might make what might make sense, but it's ultimately meaningless. What? Because not everyone shares the same concept of government. I'm not saying that you have to agree with me, like politically or whatever. I'm not. Again, this is not a fucking political video. This is not a fucking you guys do you destroy Marxists. No, he's scrap pat. It's just me looking at a bunch of 5G apologists and think it's goofy. And it is goofy. Even the government doesn't exist, it is still goofy. The fact that there are people out there who believes in the 5G is a stupid technology. A lot of people in this video, I think there's some people in this video think that 5G is a stupid technology, that they don't use it. But it's good for military and the industry. I'm just saying it's a weird thing to believe in that. Even if, let's say hypothetically, the 5G is not built by them, it's still incredibly goofy that there are people out there who believes in 5G, even though they absolutely find no use of 5G. Personally, I still do not understand how anyone would think the military is gonna use 5G. Okay, how do you use 5G in the military? It's not radar. And it's not fucking tanks. It's nothing. The 5G is a pure civilian technology. It's for your average Joe. It's supposed to be for your average Joe. No one is using 5G in a data center because it's just not built for that. It's built for your phone. That's what 5G is built for. You cannot say, oh, I don't have it's used for 5G on my phone. But I'm pretty sure the military is gonna use it. Where is the military gonna use 5G? It's like when we try to invading fucking Taiwan, and then how they're gonna build a bunch of fucking 5G towers to spread COVID? Oh, America is also stupid for letting Donald Trump pass a bill to build 5G with taxpayers' money. But ultimately, that's not the issue, right? You don't see propaganda machine just glorifying 5G. That's ultimately the point of the video. The point of the video isn't about the market, isn't about whatever. It's ultimately stupid that there are 5G apologists out there. Assuming that people have a uniform perspective is conjecturing. No, I'm not pursuing that. Again, it's okay that you love 5G, right? It's okay for you to marry a 5G tower. I think love is love, right? If you love a 5G tower, you love it so much and you want to marry them. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. I'm not a 5G foe, right? I'm all for 5G rights, right? If you're like a 5G file, go for it, right? Marry a 5G tower and have 5G child. Good for you. But I think I have all my right to laugh at you and think it's incredibly goofy that you somehow believe in any of this shit. For example, a teenager who has a phone cannot use mobile networks and relies only on free Wi-Fi will never encounter 5G in real life. For example, a teenager who have a phone, but wow, ChatGPT is so woke. Wow, just use gender neutral pronoun. But he cannot use mobile network, and he only uses what? The cell. Oh, so 5G never come up in his life. That's him. I still don't know. What is was trying to prove? I don't know. Silly me. I digress. I don't. It's beyond me. It's beyond my comprehension. It's like it feels like postmodernism. Like it has a shape of an art. This thing has a shape of a sentence. It almost feels like ChatGPT wrote this. But it cannot be ChatGPT because ChatGPT wouldn't make grammar mistakes like this. I don't know what that person is trying to say, but hey, hey, your current perspective is different from your earlier one. CCTV is the kind of central television. Is absolutely correct in doing this. It is quoting me. As showing the context. Right? The CCTV is absolutely correct on this. We need a video to convey a positive signal about 5G to the public. Take my personal experience as an example. Originally, many elderly women in my neighborhood community were unwilling to install 4G, thinking it's too much radiation. After watching Hotdog's video, they were very excited and even looked in look the initiative to contact the tower company. Thanks to He Tongsha, the network in my place, the residents improved, and the full version of the article is here. I guess what this person is trying to say kind of makes sense, right? Just based on the wording of this, you might assume that I was in support of the Chinese government spreading propaganda, and I can see why someone might find this confusing. So let me just expand my position a bit. So, this has been taken out of context, a little bit because there's a but came before this, right? It's like I just complained about 5G for the entire time, and I'm just saying, I'm just trying to make because I'm a goddamn centrist, so I'm trying to make the article seem a bit more on the centrist side. I'm not trying to say 5G is absolute dog shit. So I'm just saying, I'm just trying to soften my words a little bit because again, you have to understand 5G is not a technical issue in China. 5G was a political issue. So one thing that you don't mess with China is politics. You don't mess with Chinese politics, and that's why I'm only talking about it's like 5 years later when literally no one cares. I don't think CCP care about 5G. So like that, then when I criticizing the IPM, that than like actually fully criticizing it. And also, you have to understand, this article was posted like what 5 to 4 years ago. It's fine back then because China has a lot of propaganda going on, right? China being China has shitloads of propaganda, and I'm fine with propaganda because I'm not fine with propaganda, but China is China, and it is what it is. Um, I think it's fine for propaganda to run for like 1 year, 2 year or so. But 5G ran for at least the propaganda of 5G ran for at least 4 years. 4 years. 4 years, I think. But even in like 2020 or 2020, no, not just 2020. Even back in 2023, you can still see 5G propaganda. Who cares about 5G in 2023? Who still thinks 5G is like such an amazing technical advancement in 2023? No one ever thinks that. And the propaganda still random 2023 is crazy. I assume that like China has better confidence out there. China has DJI. How about you just be proud of technologies that's actually kind of impressive? I don't hate China. I think China has many great companies. DJI is a great company. They achieved a lot of great technical achievements. They managed to make the cost down a lot. The Chinese government like DJI for some reason. Don't get. I don't get. I don't get it. I just say, if you're gonna run the propaganda, how about stop running Huawei propaganda 24 hours all day, every day? How about run some Honda propaganda? I'm just saying it. It's like skibbity toilet. I'm fine for a skibbity toilet being there for like 1 year, 2 years. But you cannot live for like, I don't know, fucking 5 years. It's skibbity toilet. Lives for 5 years. I'm gonna go nuts. The most goofy part is that due to the impressively long propaganda campaign, you can still see 5G apologists right here, right now, from 11 days ago. 11 days ago. What the fuck, dude? Oh, in the article, it's still mirror HDX. I try to my best to be coherent. I know what I'm saying is nonsense, but at least, but, but at least I know what to do. What are you trying to do? What do you feel like you know what to do? What are you trying to do? No, I'm serious. What are you trying to do? Dude, I'm not sure what kind of expression should I make. That's my face when I'm desperate and losing hope about humanity. I think the IQ distribution is pretty even. I think there's stupid people all around the globe. But I think due to certain government structures and certain propaganda, and Chinese people tend to believe in certain things, such as 5G, in this, I don't know, like 5G over. I don't know. I still don't know. But remember, the next time you connect to a 5G cellular tower, you can understand you are not just paying for your cellular plan. No. You're paying for something much bigger, much more significant, and that is the industry and the military of your nation. Because I'm pretty sure every country needs 5G to spread. It's like the next generation of bio warfare, right? Because 5G causes COVID. We all know that. We all know 5G causes COVID. So like it's actually bio warfare. So next time when you connect to 5G, realizing you're supporting the military base of your own country. If you're like anti-war, you cannot use 5G because 5G is literally faster than war. I guess that's it. See,